highly anticipated report is now out looking into the RCMP and its treatment of women in the force. CTV's Michel is joining us live from Ottawa. So, Michel, how explosive is this report and what could be done? Okay, I'm being told that Michel is
Bev, I can tell you it is
hooking up, and I think you're there now. Michel, tell us about this report because it is actually explosive.
An explosive report, absolutely, Bev. It goes right to the root of the RCMP, not necessarily the structure, but the people that are hired to work in the ranks. The culture, is not necessarily driven by the structure, but also by character. That's really what this former Supreme Court justice is saying in this report. Now, I could tell you that there are many women who have come forward, shared their stories, and take a look at these numbers. We're talking about more than 3,000 were met by assessors to look in to hear their stories. 3,086 claims, 2,304 women actually did receive compensation. And we're talking about $137.4 million paid out to these women over, just recently, in fact. Justice Bastarache has gone into a great amount of detail, talking about misogyny, talking about homophobia, talking about how women are not necessarily promoted the way they should be. When they have grievances, they're not heard. These stories are pervasive. A lot of the feedback that I've been hearing is this report is shocking, but not surprising. And Bev, we have a full article up at ctvnews.ca. And there is a link to the report, and there are stories in there, and there are also comments from Bastarache where he says that medical doctors working for the RCMP mistreated women, and people in the RCMP knew about that, according to the report, but did nothing.
So in the meantime, in the head of the RCMP, Brenda Lucki, has been under fire recently, as you know, for systemic racism and claims by, for example, the Indigenous fishers in Nova Scotia. So how is she responding to all of it? How is she responding, or have we heard from her on this report yet?
We have not heard from her. We're actually going to be hearing from her in about half an hour's time, depending on when the Prime Minister comes up. But, what Bastarache says is that the change can't be initiated and can't be carried out from within the RCMP. It needs to come from an external force. They did put out a statement on their website, really addressing a lot of the issues that are at hand and that are addressed in this report. If we can bring up some of what the RCMP, and again, it's just a snippet of what the RCMP is putting up on their website. Take a look at this. They're saying that, one, they are committed to fixing this. They know they can't do it alone. Challenging and addressing systemic barriers, including sexism, racism, and all forms of unacceptable practice, requires engagement and consultation with those affected. The statement goes on to say that they have to develop meaningful and credible solutions. Exactly what will those credible solutions be, though? Do know that Bill Blair, Minister of Public Safety, has had a conversation with Brenda Lucki, and he is not happy based on the statement that we got from him. We're actually going to be hearing from him at some point a little later today, Bev.
Yeah, very interesting, Michel, that they're saying it can't be fixed from within. So, yeah, we'll stay on top of this with you. Thank you very much for this.